Hey everybody, Kat here. I know, it's been a while. Had a lot of things going on in my life. I was seeing somebody for a while, and between my medical issues and his medical issues, really had a lot of stuff on my plate. So, then when we split up, the depression hit again, and I kind of was down and out, so to speak. But I've missed doing this. Unfortunately, a lot of days I just didn't feel like getting dressed even, and so don't want to put myself on video when I look like crap. So here we are now. I think the last thing I talked about was up north, so I'm going to move on from that. Obviously, as I said before, the loss of money when I ran out of sick days was brought about the major part of my depression. And but even then, I still tried to soldier on. Once I got my first leg, I was trying my best to do what I could with it. Going to physical therapy, trying to wear it whenever I could, even though it was ill-fitting, doing everything I possibly could. Then, what is it? 3 days after Thanksgiving, I felt a pain in my right leg. So I went to the hospital. They found another blood clot in my right leg. So they roto-rooted me, as I like to say, and checked through me. Well, apparently I had 4 more blood clots in my system. So they put me on blood thinners, which is not a fun thing. But anyway, so they told me I had to get my INR checked, which is like the thickness of your blood. Now, for a normal person, your number should be around 1. For somebody on blood thinners, your number should be between, say, 2.5 and 3.5. Okay, well, now I know that now. But I was not informed of that at the time. I was just told I should get it checked, and that I could do that at my doctor's office. So I went to my doctor's office, got my INR checked, and they never told me anything about it, didn't tell me my number, didn't tell me I should come back again, and I thought that was that. Well, come Christmas Day, my parents had Christmas in the basement of their house, and I did okay going down the stairs, came upstairs to use the bathroom, went back downstairs. As I was coming up to leave, I'm standing on the landing and decided to go up the 3 steps because I was going to use the bathroom before I left. Well, I wasn't really paying attention that well, and I stepped down on my prosthetic too much on the toe, which caused my knee to bend on my prosthetic, and I wasn't ready for it. So I tensed up. My parents don't have a handrail, so I had my arm up on like a shelf and my hand up on the little shelf thing over here, and I tensed up to pull myself up. Well, then that night, let's just say I started my women time, and it was not pretty. So Christmas morning, I get my kid off to school, end up to his dad's, sorry. Got my kid off to his dad's Christmas morning. We opened gifts, he got off to his dad's, and then I called my mom. Now, we were supposed to meet for breakfast at my parents' house for Christmas morning, but I didn't feel like I could do it without making a complete mess. So I called my mom and told her when everybody left to please come and help me out. Now, mind you, it's got to be something really, really important for me to miss my mom's biscuits and gravy. So 1 o'clock, she ends up showing up. She helped me clean up some issues, and my arm, where I'd caught myself on the shelf, was really, really sore. Not to mention, I'd cut myself with one of the plastic things, one of the gifts that Braden got, and I had opened it and cut myself and bled through 2 Band-Aids. So we went to Henry Ford, which is where I had been going since the whole thing began. And they knew I was on blood thinners. Not only did I tell them, but they're the ones that put me on the blood thinners. So, they knew. And we also told them that I was bleeding excessively. And they were like, oh, you need to bleed or you need to like lose a liter of blood before it's, an issue. So all they did was scan, x-ray my arm, made sure nothing was broken, and sent me home. And I'm like, okay. So come the next day, and it's in the evening, and my stomach starts hurting to the point that I decide I'm going to go to the hospital again. But because I was just at Henry Ford, I decided to go to Beaumont instead because A, it's closer, and B, I didn't want to look like a fool showing up at the ER at Henry Ford 2 days in a row. So I go to Beaumont, and I tell them I'm on blood thinners, and I tell them, my arm's a little sore from what happened, and that was the pictures of what happened. That showed you nice bruised arms. And anyway, my arms were bruised like really badly, but they checked my INR. That was the first thing they did when I went in, and as I said, the number's supposed to be between 2.5 and 3.5. My number was a 12. I basically had water running through my veins. So they ended up keeping me several days. So it was a good thing Braden's father kept him for a whole week because, I was in the hospital for quite a few days. And they had to thicken my blood back up. My arm was so horrible. It looked beyond bruised. It was so bad. I decided that the doctor that took care of me at Beaumont would become my new doctor. And even though I really liked Dr. George, my primary care beforehand at Henry Ford, I've decided Henry Ford had just made enough mistakes, and I don't think Dr. George, I think my problems were beyond his scope. So I decided to start seeing Dr. Spazova, and she has been wonderful trying to keep me going and healthy and doing what I can. I've been to the hospital a couple times off and on. This September I ended up back in the hospital and got a second stent put in my heart because I had a blockage. And then, come October, I finally got approved for my disability, so I was able to make a house payment. Yay! My mom had done a fundraiser, a garage sale fundraiser back in June, and then some people had thrown another spaghetti dinner for me, and that kept me afloat enough to keep my house, which is a good thing. Then I was able to add my son to my disability the end of October, and they gave me the back pay for him, but I'm still waiting on the back pay for myself because I need a new car, decent one. But anyway, so that's gone through, and then I was able to make some bill payments with the back pay that I got for Braden and catch up on some things, and things have been looking up a bit. Been talking to a few people and actually having friends coming over and hanging out. But I still get my moods. I still get my depression. It's not very fun, but it happens. Took me this long to be able to do a video. It's December 28th or something like that. Christmas is over, New Year's is on the horizon, so I'm hoping 2017 will bring me good luck. I did get my permanent leg, still big though, so we are now measuring for a skin fit for a better socket, better prosthetic, so hopefully that works. Just got approved for my medical retirement finally, so I can actually do a retire. other than that, just trying to make it through and do what I can do. So I'm going to leave this video here, and hopefully it won't be nearly as long before I do my next video. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.